I spent 1 hour of making this. As you can see, here is like a little gap inside. This gap is supposed to go right in the middle. This is gonna be the first test. We'll see if it fits in. Yeah, so it looks pretty good. This was my idea. To make a list here, just to make a smooth and nice finishing. And then each shelf will be divided by the list, which goes horizontally like this. The biggest reason why I want to divide is simply because I'm gonna have this kind of locking system. You press, it jumps out, and when you want to open, it's just unlock. So the metal thing actually slides in and you're able to open up. And when you want to close, you just press it and it's again locking down the shelf. So I need something that this can grab on. And I think this list is a perfect support for that. And there is, if I place this list, then I can have something that holds from sliding out. Well, I have this sliding mechanism. These are the ones that I am planning to place. They are really easy to open up, and the mechanism is really good one, and it also drags in the shelf, and then I can lock it, which I think it's pretty nice, and it's gonna be easy to open up. I have this mechanism in my storage because, like I mentioned before, I work in construction. And sometimes people throwing out some good stuff, and I got this mechanism like 1 year ago, and the brand new shelves that was throw it away, and I just collect them. So I have it, and I never know where I'm going to place it, but I know that they are really expensive. So now I have where to place them. Now I'm focusing getting forward as fast as possible with my kitchen. So long, it's just taking so long. But I also understand that that's how it is. Planning, changing, constantly changing something. That's a little bit frustrating, because simply when you change the things, when you realize you have some things that you didn't think before, it just pumps up, you know, and then you have to redo all the planning that you basically, well, what I did before. So now I thought I finally find what I want and how it's going to fit, and then at the end I understand that drawers are not gonna be big enough, or let's say deep enough. So rather I go with a really big drawer, or rather I don't have really so much options. I need a bigger drawer, so I want to store some bigger items, and the first drawer, which going to be here, it's going to be a smaller one, because simply for accessories like spoon and fork and stuff like that, I don't need that big drawer. And it's really, those things are you're taking all the time, so you open up and close down really often, and so those things, well, that drawer cannot be big, and it's really unnecessary to have that drawer big. And then since I have this sink over here, that sink really makes the drawers really complicated to plan out. And but I managed to plan out how it's going to look. And now I'm not filming that much, because I was filming so much before about the kitchen and my plans, that now I just want to move forward as quickly as possible, because simply I have so much more to do in this boat than dealing with the kitchen. So I just literally gonna move forward as quick as possible. And also of course I'm gonna look forward to do everything as good as possible as well, not only fast. But like I said before, nothing goes fast in a boat. If you do something fast, at the end it's gonna be, you're gonna redo. And the redo sometimes, well, mostly it takes more time than planning before, planning very good before and then do. But that planning takes time, that takes energy and time and everything. And yeah, but now it's moving forward. Like I said, I get this mechanism for the drawers, and I really don't want to change this mechanism to the old mechanism, because simply if I'm gonna place like a list like this and then simply have drawers on that piece of the, how you call it, it's list, at least in that's how I understand, that's how I use. So this piece of like timber, yeah, so I call it list. Actually I don't know the correct name of this. It's like a frame, or yeah, so this frame, if I place this frame here and then the drawers on top of this as a sliding mechanism, if I use it like it was originally, it's really you always have to push equally both sides, otherwise it's gonna stuck like, and I really don't like that. Since I will be opening and closing down really often this, I want that to be really easy to do, and not think about how to close down the drawers. And to the downside of this, using this mechanism, is simply there's two big downsides which I figure out so far. One is that they are pretty heavy, they are, and if you have a lot of them, they will weigh a lot. Since I'm gonna have a few of them, it's not gonna be that much, but if you have like a bigger galley and when you want to use kind of similar mechanism which I'm using here, they most likely gonna weigh a lot, because literally I have like a box full with these mechanisms, like 20 pieces or something. I barely can lift it up, it's really heavy. And I thought, if I'm gonna place this, like all of those mechanisms, it's gonna weigh so much. So yeah, That's the one downside, and the another downside of that is that it takes space away. It really takes space away. And in a boat you don't have so much space, so you literally need to use every single inch of the boat. Especially if you don't have that big boat. It's 35 feet long, and I mean it's a solid boat, but I mean it's just not like 60 feet or something, which you have like plenty space there, and you can waste some space of getting more. You can sacrifice some space on a bigger boat, but not in this case. So if you give something, you have to give away something. That's how it is. And in this case I give away a little bit space. I'm gonna have a little bit less drawers. Also, it has to line up everything the same level. And since I have a sink and a pipe and everything here, it's really complicated to make every drawer line up in the same level. So I have to match up. I believe that it's not interesting to look at this, as well as I'm stuck with this galley right now. After galley I want to paint here, put the boards up, and I need electrical installations. Also I need to look at the tanks, the diesel tank and the water tank. Also I want to install the water maker. That's also another thing that I want to do. And also I need to fix the winch and the winch system for my anchor. Previously, before, it was the hand, which you pull up the winch by using like a hand. Now it's electric one, which came with the boat, but the previous owner, he didn't install it yet. So he gave me the electric winch, but he didn't install it, so I need to figure out how to install it. Also the boat thruster, everything there is done, but the batteries and all the electrical wiring system is not done. And that was I kind of hold on that because I wanted to do this kitchen first, do the electrical installations and stuff like that on the kitchen, since I'm gonna have lights and control panels and everything over there. And that's another thing, is that I can't find my distribution panel. I told you in a previous video that I ordered it, but now the store came back to me and said that they're out of them, and they don't have any, and they don't know when they're gonna have. So they asked me if I want to wait, and they don't know how long, or I'm going to like find somewhere else. Well, I couldn't find anywhere else what I was looking for. It's the thing is that in America you have it. I can get there, but here in Europe it's really, if I can find something, it's really expensive. It's over 1,000 euros easily. What I'm looking for is the same kind of panel which I had before. This is what I'm looking for, and if you guys know where to get it, please comment below, and I would be really happy to get some more info where I can get this one. And I know that in America you have it, but you have there in America, but when I see the delivery costs and everything, I'm kind of too much. Different one, for example, this one. These kind of I can get easily without any problem, but I don't want them. They feel cheap, and I literally don't feel that this is what I want in my boat. But these are, I think, from my opinion, one of the best contribution panel. It's old, it's simple, and that's what I need. Simplicity. So there's a lot of things that dragging me back, but I just need to move forward. Now I need to get my sink, and it's also a big challenge to find the right sink. I find really good sink which would be exactly what I'm looking for, but they ask more than 1,000 euros for just for the sink. But I'm not looking for like super uber brand for that's, you know, sink. Come on, those small details what I'm doing now, it's really super boring, and it's just nothing interesting to look at. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna probably most likely skip next week's video and just focus on the things getting ready. Hi guys, and this is another day. I am quite happy because yesterday I was able to place the frame for the doors, and now I can close down the companionway. I can close it down right now, which is a really good sign. Though there is a thing, I didn't manage to place the last layer of color to both sides because, yeah, I didn't have a time for that. I just wanted to install as quick as possible. The reason why I took it off is only one reason why I took it off is just to be able to place these boards, the oak, around here. So that's the only reason why I took it off. I need to widen it up, make it wider, and then place it back. Well, it's really nice. It's, of course, it's really, that's the right way to do, but next time I would probably keep them where they are, simply because when I remove, I damage them, and even if I wanted to keep the natural color, I can't anymore. I can't do that anymore. I have some I guess it was glued with some weird glue, and also it was screwed, and the screws, they are so old. Some of them I was able to take off, and some of them they just forever there. So what I did is basically with the multi-tool I cut them off, but some places I couldn't reach and I couldn't cut it off, which means that I well, the hard way, so try to not break the wood, the frame, and carefully try to remove it, but still I crack some places, and yeah. So I most likely, if I have another chance, I would keep them where they are and instead try to fit the board around here as good as possible, and then even maybe place some cover wood, cover with some wood, small list or something. So yeah, that's my advice for you. keep where they are, because it's so big job. Even if you think it's like should be easy, it's not. I was able to cut the boards, and also I realized that one big board, the oak board, is missing, and these pieces cost they are extremely expensive. I think I for 4 pieces, so each piece like 100 euros, and that's with a discount and stuff like that, so it's really expensive. So 400 euros for just 4 pieces. I believe it was 3 by 150, so 3 meters by 150, something like that. So yeah, and the one is missing, so most likely somebody took it and bring it somewhere. So yeah, unfortunately I can't control that. And I have another board which is painted now, which going to be placed over there as the backboard for my oven. As soon I'm installing this, I'm gonna place my finish oak as a finish layer. I'm gonna glue it right here, and then I can place this side. From that point, then I will be quite done, at least in this area. From that point I can take and work forward with my shelves and stuff, because simply I need to make a frame. In order to make a frame, I need to set this place kind of ready, at least to get the measures and everything. So that's kind of urgent for me to set up this place right now, so, and then I can move forward to that direction. So that's my plan. Let's install it.